when we look at sustainability in the drinks industry, we mostly talk about what happens at the distillery and packaging. And we kind of ignore the agricultural impact. Unless you're a wine maker, wine industry really understands, because it's very connected to the vineyards and the terroir and the soil. And they understand that what happens in the soil and the state of the soil impacts the flavor of the final product. So we went back and we said, if we're going to be true to this mission, we've got to go right back to the start of alcoholic production. And it doesn't start at the distillery. It starts in the fields, the orchards, the vineyards, the plantations. And let's go back to that and ask the question, which we don't know if anyone else has asked, but what's the best ingredient to make alcohol from an environmental perspective? So let's forget category, just the kind of number one defining characteristic is people go, I want to launch a rum, I want to launch a tequila, I want to make a gin, which then locks you into that raw material you're going to use. So let's find out the best raw material from an environmental perspective and let that research guide us to what we're going to make. So we looked at cereal grains, sugarcane, agave, grapes, and apples across 4 metrics of carbon emissions, biodiversity, water, and pesticide and fertilizer use. And the apples of Normandy came out on top in every single category. And then we were like, go make a calvados. There's a category of alcohol I need for any drinks. But within that, we saw a real opportunity to create a young, modern take on the category that's very much aimed at bartenders and mixed drinks. There's a category that's really kind of cornered itself into a digestif world. People just don't drink like that anymore. Maybe like in the 80s, 70s and 80s, that was, a serious occasion. But the number of people that kind of after dinner go like, oh, I would like a neat spirit to follow my dinner is diminishing. People want to drink cocktails and spritzes and highballs. And so we wanted to make a liquid that was very much tailored for the cocktail scene, but really led the industry forward on sustainability, starting with the most sustainable raw material that we could possibly find.